Well, moving on to another story we are following keenly for you. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies continue to slide today as investors bailed out of risky assets in anticipation of sharp rises in interest rates in the U.S. to tackle inflation. Now, nerves remain raw after two of the world's biggest cryptocurrency platforms restricted activity on Monday as the wider market meltdown continued apace. Let's show you what we are monitoring. Bitcoin, the world's most valuable cryptocurrency, fell about 8% today, dropping below $23,000. It lost about 25% of its value since Friday, putting it about 67% below its all-time high in November last year when it traded around 69,000, according to data from Coinbase. Ether, the second most valuable digital coin, dropped 4%, taking its losses since Friday to about 32%. It has now lost about 75% of its value since November. Binance, the world's biggest cryptocurrency exchange, suspended withdrawals on its Bitcoin network for a few hours on Monday. The company said some transactions had gotten stuck and were causing a backlog. Now, so-called stablecoins, cryptocurrencies that were tied to the value of more traditional assets, have also taken a hit. Tether, a popular stablecoin, broke its peg to the US dollar in May, puncturing the view that it could serve as a hedge against volatility. Well, let's discuss this. Emmanuel Edu is a crypto and blockchain analyst, also founder of Ghana Block. What is happening, Emmanuel? Why the meltdown?
Hi, thank you, Darren, for having me. First of all, fundamentally, there's now crazy global uncertainty in the market, and also due to the war in Russia, the war between Russia and Ukraine, it has increased the market uncertainty, not only for crypto but also for the stock market. And so that's fundamentally the cause of this, or the cause for this sudden crash. But what really triggered the effect? I mean, what really triggered this instant or sudden crash of this crypto market is due to the fact that there's a company, a very huge blockchain company called the Terra Foundation. It's one of the biggest blockchain with very huge ecosystem. They have a USDT, or a stable coin, as you rightly mentioned. And this stable coin is unlike this regular stable coin that we all know. We have a USDT, or US Tether. We also have USDC, which is also a stable coin. And this Terra Foundation, they have their own stable coin, which is called the UST. And with stable coin, they are backed by some amount of liquidity. So for USDT is backed by the real US dollar. So if you have 100 million UST or USDT in circulation, you should have 100 million US dollars in liquidity backing it. That keeps it on the dollar-to-dollar peg, all right? So what really happened with the Terra Foundation was that they rather operate what we call the algorithmic stable coin, which means it's not really pegged with the US dollar, right? It's rather pegged with various crypto assets like Bitcoin. They have their own traditional coin called the Luna, and other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum. So what really happened was that in May, there's a lot of conspiracy theory. We don't want to get into that. A certain group or certain company began to down this company's most valuable cryptocurrency called the Luna. That also helps or makes sure that this USD keeps in peg with the dollar. What happened? They really dumped huge billions of dollars of this Luna cryptocurrency, and it triggered a sell-off, a massive sell-off, and a lot of people began to just cash out from the Luna. And since
I'm just wondering, because we don't have so much time, what does this mean for people who have investments in the crypto market? I'm thinking of Ghanaians who have invested in cryptocurrencies. What's the talking time?
All right, so I would say that we've been in this cycle before. I cannot share the charts to you because of time, but we've been through this before. And cryptocurrency is highly volatile market, so I would say that you do your own research well. You try to manage your risk, and if you are already in crypto, if you already have some asset, make sure that you liquidate some certain amounts and hold it in a more stable coin like USDT, or if you can, just cash out from the market and keep some and hold on. For the market to get to the bottom, the market certainly will get to a bottom, then it will begin to find its original floor price, then look upwards. So it's just general fearful market sentiment, which will certainly die off. We've been through this before in 2018 and 20, and then this too shall pass.
This too shall pass. You're giving hope to investors who have lost over, $2 trillion in 8 months. Now, like you point out, we have seen this happen before, then the market rebounds. But the question is, how soon would the market rebound? And doesn't this give us reason to not want to adopt this year in Ghana, looking at the volatility, the sort of risk involved? Isn't it reason there is skepticism about the adoption of cryptocurrencies?
Yeah, first of all, I would want to say that if you want to get into crypto, treat it as an investment. So you shouldn't just get in because you want to make quick gambling money, all right? Just get in with some level of financial knowledge. Just have some basic financial knowledge about investments and all that. So what I would say is that for those who have lost, it's just, well, we have something called the dollar cost averaging. Make sure that you don't sell or you are lost anyway. Make sure that at least if you have some certain fund, make sure that you keep your cost or you keep what you've been buying very low. Buy from the bottom, and when the market suddenly recovers, you make sure you see that all that you've lost, you've recovered and even made much more. And with respect to whether people would be uncertain and that they wouldn't want to invest in crypto, I would say that we should rather try to understand what really powers this cryptocurrency, the blockchain, all right? What a lot of people get into crypto without understanding the whole Web3 thing. And I think if you want to get into crypto, make sure that you understand the power, the blockchain or the technology you are getting yourself into, the project you are getting yourself into. That will help you make an informed decision, and that will also help you avoid what we call avoid a lot of coins that really do not have any utility back in it. So that's what I would want to tell viewers. You really need to do your own research well and have some set of or basic financial knowledge about investment in general.
I don't think I have the heart for this. I mean, things like this would just get my BP rising, Emmanuel. But I want to find out from you if you have made losses yourself personally. How are you handling it?
I've made losses, and if I tell you how much I've lost, you will scream. But I don't want to disclose. But what I would say is we've been through this before in 2018. And Bitcoin is still high, all right? 2 years ago, the price of Bitcoin was just around 10,000 or so. And now it's 20,000, still high. And it's really finding its bottom in 20,000. And I'm really certain that the price of Bitcoin will very soon get to around 200,000. I bought Bitcoin when the price was around $720, and I never thought Bitcoin can even get to $1,000. And now look at the price now. So there is hope. We should rather focus on the blockchain technology and make sure that you build knowledge on any project you spend any dime on. You shouldn't just go throw money into any crypto. You should try to find, like Ethereum, BNB, they all have some huge ecosystem and projects that really powers their crypto, their coin. You should look into that, and I'm sure you will lower your risk of losing. And one more thing, in crypto, if you don't sell, you've not lost, unless you are trading futures or leveraging. If I bought, let's say gold, gold that was $500, and the price of gold falls by half, which is $250, and if I don't sell, I still have my gold. So I would say that if you still have your assets, make sure that
we have to go, Emmanuel.
Yeah, if you can, make sure that you have the knowledge. All right, so that's what I have to say.
All right, you are handling your losses pretty well. I wish you all the best. Hope you recover your money's lost. Thank you, Emmanuel Edu, cryptocurrency analyst there.